Why is it so easy to go through life causing harm to those around us and even to those we don't even really know? Welcome to Clichés Reinvented, reinventing life's clichés, a space where I'm gonna share information, thoughts, and insights to help us both live a life in consciousness. These are reflections that have helped me with my personal growth and have helped me to live happier and more conscious. This is why now I want to share them with you. I want to thank you for being here and taking the time to listen to this podcast. Thank you for being here with me and with yourself. Respect is not a synonym for friendship. When we see the news, the problems of society, they're all based on a huge lack of respect towards others, towards the world, towards life, towards nature, towards everything, even towards ourselves. The human being has not been able to embody respect in his life, which is directly connected to love, actually. And about it, there are millions of examples that we can name. But one of the things that seemed most curious to me, like in the last days, is that we've normalized so much the fact of disrespecting the other, insulting them, causing damage, getting into a fight, speaking trash about others when they're not present, and even when they're present, respect has been left on the floor. And it is one of the key and most important values to build a better society for all. In many cases, the excuse it's like I don't have to get along with everyone. However, who said that the fact of not getting along with everyone is a synonym for disrespect? Like, who has given us the right or the authority to go and hurt another human being? Hurting a person can be done through thoughts, words, or actions. Like, we talk about love and respect as something so intangible, like something like ideal or abstract, but actually it is not. In reality, it can be seen reflected in the words and actions of people, respect or love. And in the same way, the evil and hate can be seen reflected too, through the words and actions and thoughts of people. They are certainly not concepts that should be reserved to being studied in an emotional intelligence class, in an ethics class, or in church, or even in a motivational speech, or in the appointment with the psychologist or in therapy. Like, no, these are concepts that we really must begin to embody in our own life, in us, and in everything we do. Respect and love, right? Like, I mean, only if this is what we want to actually receive from life. In fact, something related happened to me, like a mini story time, because it's like everything. It's easy to say, but a bit complicated to put into practice and to actually do it. The thing is that we all can slip sometimes, like we can make mistakes. However, the important thing is like to be aware of it and try to do better next time. The fact is that not long ago, I had an argument with my mom where I don't actually remember. Okay, yeah, I remember. It was because of the same thing like I told you in the last chapter. If you haven't heard it, go and listen to it. Where I felt like bad because another person was talking bad about me, was talking trash. And the fact is that she went like releasing the solutions to my problems, like from the point of view of personal and spiritual growth, without any type of anesthesia or something. And I say without it because, seen from these perspectives, like the answers to our problems are so simple or so predictable that we already know them. I mean, it's like, wow, why I didn't thought about it before. But for some reason, it is difficult for us to put them into actual practice. And the fact that they sound so simple and that we're not able to put them into practice is that what can create like this type of disagreement, just like it happened to me with my mom. So the point is that she told me I had to get along with the man. She was like, you have to see what you did to attract this person in this situation. She also suggests that I should talk to him, fix things. Like, she's like my psychologist, really. However, believing that I knew it all, like, so stupid, so dumb, I was still upset. And I said to her, like, no, like, no, mom, like, I'm not Jesus to get along with everyone, like, to love everyone. And using the excuse that I wasn't Jesus to love everyone, negative and hateful thoughts and feelings towards this person obviously came up into my mind. And as I said rude things and everything, but however, my mom was like super chill. She was like so calm and she was like, She said nothing to me. Even though, like, I kept saying that if I didn't like someone, then I simply don't like him and I didn't have to go there, talk to him. And like, if I wasn't interested in it, I won't do it and I shouldn't do it, which in fact like never happened. But it did happen that with the help of my mom, like, I changed all my thoughts of anger and lack of respect towards this person. Every single thought changed to thoughts of love and light towards this person, wishing wishing him the best, and that he continue in his way, and that he do well in life and everything goes his way. And you won't believe what happened next, but life itself took him out of my way without me having to go and say something, like just changing my thoughts. Talking with my mom, like, we remember how there are people who also use this saying, like, that I'm not a golden coin to please everyone or to be liked by everyone. I'm again not sure if this saying is used in English like the same way it is used in Spanish, but the point is that this is like an excuse or coping mechanism to defend or to protect the fact that they have misunderstandings and problems with other people which they haven't been able to fix or to solve. And although, yes, they are also right, because not even Jesus, who was love itself, like everyone loved him. No, there were also people who hated him, but he never returned his hatred to anyone. And I can relate it to Jesus because he's like the closest example I have had. But just like him, there are many people who have gone through the world, who have really embodied like God's love within them to the point that they become love and cause no harm to others. Because the problem is that we misunderstand lack of friendship with being able to disrespect another person. And the thing is that if we do this, then it's no surprise. And I've said this like the whole time, but it's not surprise that we're also gonna be disrespected in any other area of our life. It's crystal clear that we will not be best friends with everyone. In fact, this is more than normal. Like, we live surrounded by millions of people who are different from us, with different tastes or preferences, different thoughts, different ideologies, different dreams, passions, ways of being. Like, we will never be the same between us. We all have a completely different universe within us, and we will only truly connect with some people, and this is perfectly normal. However, the fact of not being best friends with everyone does not give us the right to disrespect them in any way, whoever they are. Like, just doesn't matter. Just as no one has the right to disrespect us. Because, see, like, one thing is not to take things in a personal way, but another, very different, is like to allow people to disrespect us in our own face and not being able to set our own limits. Okay, this will be a topic for the next chapter. We must start from the beginning. We must start at the root of our problems. And it all starts with us. So now, the next step or the purpose is not going to see who is disrespecting me to make them respect me and tell them their truths like in their own face, like some people say. No, instead it is to start taking action ourselves, starting with us. I mean, respecting ourselves, giving us the love, courage, and respect that we deserve. Because if we do not respect ourselves first, there is no place to ask for respect from the outside, nor we will receive it like the 100% of the time. There can be countless of ways to give us that respect that we deserve. It can be talking to ourselves nicely in the mirror like every morning, giving you time for yourself, to be thankful for your life, for your health, because you are on earth for another day. This can be done at any time while praying or meditating, or even just by bringing your attention to the now, to the moment and the place where you are, and be aware that you are there and be grateful for it. I read an interesting thing related to this in a German book. It's titled Was im Alltag gut tut by Anselm Grün, which translates to What Does Good in Everyday Life, where it explains how you can give yourself some time to be more present by calming down your thoughts through activities that don't require your complete focus or attention, not like when you're working or studying. No, instead it is when you're doing more banal activities, such as, for example, while you're walking, be aware that you are walking, that your body is moving. Feel it, listen to the noise around you, to your surroundings. Or another example, it could be while you're taking a bath or brushing your teeth. Like, be aware that you are doing those activities at that precise moment without thinking about any other thing. The truth is that I have put this into practice for some time now, and it is an incredible tool to be able to be more present and give yourself that time to calm your mind, to be grounded. Another way to respect yourself may be to carry out activities that you enjoy, keeping and encouraging in a positive dialogue with yourself, because believe me, it is needed, and we are always having an internal dialogue within ourselves, so it's better to keep an eye on it. As well, you all know that I'm a big fan of writing, but if it's not the case for you, our mental dialogue or affirmations about what we want and who we want to be and how we want to see ourselves and so on, they are so useful and helpful. As well, taking care of ourselves, heal all the pain within us. This can be through coaching, writing, therapy, whatever is better for you, whatever suits you better. But at the end, like, it will help you immensely. These are just some of the practical ways in which self respect can be expressed within ourselves. And when we work on our self respect, it becomes easier to respect others. However, it is always good to take into account some of the things that do not reflect respect. And these are the following: starting with causing harm on purpose to other person, speaking trash about others, making rude comments or comments that are just out of place. Regarding this, Socrates said, what we want to say must pass through three filters: its truth, its goodness, and its utility. So, in a dialogue with one of his students, when the student is going to tell him something he heard from another of his students, Socrates asks him these three questions before he tells him the whole gossip. So, first, are you absolutely sure that what you're gonna say is true? Second, is what you're going to say a good thing? And finally, what you are going to say is useful. Indeed, the answer to all three questions was a no, so the topic was no longer discussed. And guys, this is how it should be. If if what I'm going to say is not true, nor good, nor useful, then I simply don't say it because it's just irrelevant and there's just no point on saying it. I have just read a very beautiful phrase from an Arabic proverb that says, if what you are going to say is not more beautiful than silence, better stay quiet. There are so many people who must embody this teaching in their lives, myself included, of course, because we go around talking about others without being aware of the damage we are causing and in the negativity that we're living. So always remember to pass through these three filters, whatever you're going to say about another person. Is it true? Is it good? And is it useful? In this way, you'll have the answer to know if it's better to speak or to just better shut up. I hope these tips and tools are of great help for personal and spiritual development. Remember that they are just things that have hugely helped me personally in my own life. I've seen its results and how I've been feeling better and different from how I felt before. And that's why I decided to share this information and experiences. Remember not to believe me, just check it for yourself, check everything that you hear, and see what works for you. What does works for you, keep it, and what doesn't, just throw it to the trash, like literally. Thank you for arriving to the end of this chapter. I wish you all the best.